And you can click pictures too.
You are back watching the Mountain Morning Show on PCTV, and with me right now, special guest LaVonne Wells. My goodness, spiritual teacher. I can feel your energy resonating in this room already.
Yes, I love it. I love the work I do.
I have watched pretty much all of your videos, your TED Talk. Stalking you, absolutely. And I have to say, the insight that you provide on so many different topics about life, grief is really inspiring. So I kind of want to just give it to you and say, what are you feeling right now? What do you want to tell the viewer in the message?
Oh my goodness.
I know.
I would say the biggest thing that's been going on this week is a lot of phone calls, clients calling up and just saying, I am just frustrated with, you know, X, Y, and Z, like my family or this or that. And when we're done having that conversation, it usually comes back to, I'm really frustrated with myself. And so what I'm noticing is that there's a consistent flow of people just up in arms with themselves lately. They're just frustrated, irritated. And some of the key things that I've been telling them is, understand that we're going through a lot as a nation, as a people, as a group. And that when we're feeling all these emotions and we're feeling upset and frustrated, most of the time it's because we're feeling everybody else's frustrations. Right. It's not necessarily always ours. Now, I'm all about ownership and living an accountable and a responsible life. But it really is about, as a collective, we're actually a lot closer and more connected than ever before on so many different levels, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, I mean, physically. We're just so connected that we are picking up on one another's emotions and feelings and concerns and frustrations.
Right. There's a lot of things going on that have transpired in my life with changes, and so trying to deal with that in a positive way and look at change not necessarily as negative, but you know, what can I do for myself? What can I do for the other individuals involved to be able to support them as well? And so sometimes we all do this, right? You get caught up in your own thoughts and your mind and things like that. Do you have any tools or things that you would suggest to say when you're feeling maybe that anxiety, maybe you're feeling a little bit of that self-doubt, that frustration, to be like, okay, stop, reassess.
Breathe. Just remember to breathe. That is key. Yeah. It's imperative to take a conscious breath, not just, I'm breathing. Well, no, you're not, because you're about to pass out, and it's becoming overwhelming. So, you know, the key is absolutely taking a conscious breath, breathing in and breathing out, and being okay with yourself, being with yourself. Because a lot of times we'll do other things to distract, and then we continue to look for things outside of ourselves to appease us or to calm us or to medicate us or whatever it is, instead of truly being in the emotion, in the feeling. What's really going on here? What is the purpose of all this, and what can I learn from this, and how do we grow and expand from this? Okay, it's a new day, but the energy and the frustration's even heightened. Whoa, what's going on in the world? This is, I see, because I am connected to the whole, I'm experiencing parts and portions of the emotion or the upset in the world as a whole. Right. So what can I do? I send out a prayer, I send out a blessing. When I say prayer, I mean prayer is power. So a prayer, a heartfelt prayer, like, I don't know what's going on, but I bless the day and everybody in it, you know. Just keep it simple, keep it raw and authentic. I mean, that is your PowerPoint right there. But the ability to sit with yourself, and I like to call that sitting with yourself meditation. You know, it goes, and you can go deeper into that if you choose, different practices with that, but the key would be the breathing. The other point, yes, breathe. The other point is get out there in the world, and after you've acknowledged, you gotta acknowledge, be with it, breathe through it, come up with a solution. If there's no solution right away, I know this is going on in me, and I also know that it's going on outside and around me. But in the meantime, who could I support? How can I show up? I mean, there's this organization, it's, I just found out about it, and the group of men that are working in this organization, I'm like, I want to be a part of that, because they're working with the youth. And it's called Cooks, I think it's cookorg.com, it's brand new. Created by filmmakers, directors, actors. I mean, just these phenomenal men doing great things and getting all these awards, and they're giving back to the community locally. Right. You know, so they want these youth to feel like they have community and want the youth to feel empowered. And I think to myself, I'm going to be a part of that. You know, I'm going to show up when they need me, you know. But that'll pull you out quicker than anything. Being of service, stepping outside of yourself for just a moment. If energetically you have nothing to give, drink some water, wrap yourself up with a green blanket, and breathe. And then when you come up for air, get out there and see how you can serve and how you can support other people. That's the quickest way.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And you have some events coming up, so your website real quick, because we're going to have to cut to a quick commercial break, but make sure you get that message out there with your website so people can find more information.
Okay, you can find me on www.lavonnewells.com, and that's LaVonne-WELLS.
Thank you so much, LaVonne. All right, more coming up. Mountain Morning Show. Can you feel the energy? Stay tuned.